Hi, welcome back to our YouTube channel, or more likely just welcome because still we're pretty new here. My name is Morgan. I'm the owner of Hyped, which is a social media management business here in Auckland, New Zealand. And today I thought I would give you some insights into how much you should be spending on your Facebook ads. Not only is this probably something that you've just wondered, but I've noticed that a lot of potential clients or people who are my clients ask me, I ask them, how big is your budget for Facebook? I like to ask that question because it gives me a ballpark to work with, but a lot of them go, I don't know, how much should I spend? And it's kind of a tricky question to answer. I know that I asked the first question to them and I can see why they're asking it back at me, but there's a lot of reasons why the budget is dictated both ways. Now, a lot of Facebook marketers have said themselves, and they've said to me in forums that I'm in, that they don't work with clients who have less of an ad budget than $800. Now, these people aren't necessarily working in the New Zealand market, but they're also people who are used to working with clients that have quite large budgets. And $800 for someone who hasn't run consistent Facebook ads or a funnel before might seem like a lot of money. So I'm here to break down where that money goes and why you might need a more significant Facebook ad budget than you think. So to cover the basics, and this is just a general rule, do not hold me to this, and this could change very soon because the more people who run ads, the more expensive ads get, and this will change. But as of this video, right now you can expect to pay between 1 cent and 3 cents for people to view 3 seconds of your video. They may view more than that, more than 3 seconds, but essentially to get your video on the eyeballs of someone else, you're going to pay about 1 cent to 3 cents. So that's the cheapest way to get ads to someone. From experience within the New Zealand market, within small businesses especially, you can expect to pay around 20 all the way to 80 cents for a high value landing page view from an audience. So that means someone who is relevant to your target market, getting their eyeballs on your website page. Now, this is highly dependent on your business. The video one is a little bit more easy to generalize, but when it comes to getting people onto your website, it can really vary from how effective your website is, what your product is. I mean, if you're a lawyer, you can expect to pay a lot more for people to go to your website than someone who sells reusable straws, for instance. So 20 cents through to 80 cents is the general that I have seen within the New Zealand market, but you can definitely expect less than that if you have high quality content, or more than that if you have quite a niche or expensive market that you're running towards. So those are the two campaigns that I generally run for clients, and they're the easiest ones that if you're doing your own Facebook ads that you can expect to do for yourself. So how much should you spend? I mean, you can't just put 3 cents as your ad budget and expect your video to reach the right eyeballs with like the first hit, right? Basically, the reason why people expect you to have a higher Facebook ad budget than you necessarily expect to pay, especially in those first few testing months, is because Facebook isn't really sure about you. Facebook's looking at your ads, it's looking at your website, and it's going, you seem legit, but I'm just not sure. So running a few Facebook ads not only allows Facebook to get to know you and get to know your website and get to know your objectives and your best audience, but it also allows the person running your ads, whether that's you or a Facebook marketer, to really reach the right people and reach the right objectives with your ads. We cannot go into an account and say, you need this, this, and this ad budget, this content, and this audience, and just shoot those ads out and get fantastic results. Unfortunately, it just doesn't work that way. And so we need a significant amount of budget to be able to test those things so that we can get the right things going forward, like the right content, the right audiences, the right budget, everything else, so that moving forward, you can put that budget into the right areas. Now, it also means that Facebook has a learning system. So Facebook, you put a new ad out, it could be, it's an ad you've run for months, but you've tweaked just a little tiny thing about it, like the days that you're posting it or how much budget is in it. Doesn't matter. Facebook's going to test whether it works or not. Facebook's bottom line is the user experience for the people using Facebook. That's the people who are sitting on the feed being delivered your ads. And it wants to make sure that your ads are creating the best user experience possible. And that should be your bottom line as well at the end of the day. So Facebook always has to test and have a learning period for every ad. And you need a certain amount of budget for that. If you don't have enough budget stored away for that, then you may run into issues. So how much should you spend? Now, $800 seems like a hell of a lot for some businesses, especially if you're only just doing business now, or potentially it's a side hustle, or potentially you're just not sure about Facebook ads yet. But what I want you to think about is I can, at the end of the day, expect 1 to 3 cents per video view and 20 to 80 cents per high quality landing page view. So if you look at $200 a month, that's a relatively small budget in terms of Facebook ads, but you can calculate what you can expect from that. So it shouldn't be as hard or as ambiguous as it sounds, particularly what Facebook marketers make it sound like. So while I don't recommend a low budget, particularly nothing lower than $200, and a lot of Facebook marketers might watch this video and go, oh God, $200, that's nothing. But I understand from a small business marketing perspective that $200 is a lot of money to people, and a lot of money, particularly if you don't know what results to expect. So I would recommend starting out with $200 and seeing what results you can get from that. And the more you put into it, exponentially, the more you can expect from it. So if you get, I'm so bad at maths. This is going to become a running theme in this YouTube channel. But I'm really bad at maths. So we're just going to take it down to the bare minimum here. But if every $2 you spend, you get a purchase. If you spend $2, yes, you will get 1 purchase on Facebook. But if you spend $8, that doesn't mean you'll only get 4 purchases. On Facebook, it often means you'll get even more than that, because the more you spend knowing what you're doing, exponentially, the more you can make for less. I hope that makes a little bit of sense. If it doesn't, I have a fantastic blog post on my website that explains a lot of really great Facebook advertising techniques. I'm really sorry if it doesn't cover everything. If you have any questions or you'd like clarification, leave the comments below. I'm totally new to this YouTube thing. I would love to hear from you and see what I'm not covering in these videos, because I'm sure it's quite a lot. If you'd like more social media related tips and tricks for your business, then make sure you hit the subscribe button, and I'd love to get to know you.